Turn your mics on, turn your mics on. What's up, everyone? What's up? Today's Friday, March 27th, and I want to do a quick recap of our meetup group, our virtual live meetup group that we recently did 2 days ago. I'm going to do a recap, some things that I learned, some things I want to share with everybody. So we had 16 speakers on this recent webcast, and the whole event, for the most part, was how current investors, current real estate experts, current real estate professionals are reacting in today's market. And I'm going to post a link as well in the comments. Actually, I could probably do that while I'm doing this of the recording. So the way it was set up, we did about almost 4 hours long, and we had 16 speakers. There was 370 people on the event, and 370 people on the event, 16 speakers. So people watched live on Zoom, and we also had over 1,500 people on Facebook Live. So thanks for the support. I got a lot of positive feedback after the fact related to it. I'm going to chat right in here so everyone can see it. The link to access it if you have not if you weren't able to watch it or you want to watch the replay. Okay, so you'll be able to see that there, and that's in the comment section as well, and you can access everything as well as all the speakers' contact information if you would like. So, okay, so let's just do a quick recap and some takeaways related to the event. So there's lots of investors that are still operating as business as usual in this market currently right now. Obviously, things are a little bit slower related to transactions. It just takes slower. It's a little bit longer period of time in order to get kind of these deals to the table, but they're still getting to the table. Title companies are open. And in general, most real estate businesses in the industry as a whole is still open for now, and hopefully that continues. Now, there's some jurisdictions and cities that we found out in the Philadelphia market that are closed, although the title companies are still open, but I think permit offices and some construction is on hold. But it seems like most everyone in Maryland, Virginia, and DC are still actively open. So that's some positive news. Buyers are still buying and sellers are still selling. That came from RJ Breeden, one of the real estate agents that was involved as a guest, as well as a bunch of other parties. And actually, it seems like a lot of buying activity has been up, either from retail buyers. Buyers, I guess, want to lock into lower interest rates while they're there, and they're willing to just get properties under contract right now. So that's good news that buyers and sellers are still there. Obviously, consumer confidence is down a little bit, but as a whole, there's still activities. Okay, let's see. Obviously, there's still risks of short-term price declines and risks just related to everything in general. There's obviously a little bit more risk in the market right now, like we said, with consumer confidence and uncertainties of what's going on. But at the same time, everyone feels that there is long-term optimism. So that kind of came from the group as well. So that's all some positive, good stuff. Let's see what else we got. So there's a lot of investors that are utilizing some of the downtime right now and free time for their own benefit. Obviously there's less transactional work in general. A lot of them are kind of just grinding out the last transactions they have and kind of being open-minded for the future. But because there's less transactional work currently right now, they're spending extra time, obviously, with their family. I mean, most people are locked down, so that's a given. But reading and further educating themselves, just game planning new strategies moving forward, and more importantly, just setting up marketing campaigns. We all kind of decided as a group this is the time to kind of strategize and figure out what's in the future and just work on marketing in general and marketing strategies. So when everything kind of is ready back to normal and strong, everyone can just go in strong and, get marketing campaigns out and, get buyer seller leads and things like that. So right now, a lot of investors are being more selective on their deals that they choose to invest in. They want to make sure that they have the capital and the resources in general, and just making sure there's good deals. They're cherry picking the best of the best deals that are out there. They want to figure out what they want to buy on, what they want to lend on, what they want to sell, what they want to keep. But the opportunities are there, but they're just being selective to make sure it's the right deal that they're investing in. And one big thing that I liked from this in general, and I got a lot of feedback after the fact, related to a lot of agents and professionals and real estate and investors and lenders that I know, it seems that as a whole, the investment community is very proactive and optimistic, especially for the future. They feel that a lot of the, investors that, haven't done their homework, aren't educated, haven't put together their team, haven't put together their resources or their capital, will probably just get weeded out because it's going to be hard work in order to be good in this market moving forward. So a lot of investors, a lot of lenders, a lot of wholesalers, contractors, things like that are happy that, the strong, will continue to, prosper in these times, and that they're opportunistic. So I think opportunistic's, a good thing. I mean, I'm going to leave you with this, and this is something that we've talked about on a lot of these webcasts, as well as pretty much every speaker there. We're in some very uncertain, scary, unfortunate times. And unfortunately, that's just the case, and it's affecting a ton of people out there, and it's unfortunate. And obviously, it's all of our jobs collectively to help those in need, and do whatever we can to scrape by and make sure we're all in a good spot in this. But the one thing you can do is obviously kind of run and hide and retreat and doom and gloom stuff. But it seems like a lot of the real estate investors, especially in this group that we communicated with, they want to be proactive and they want to be optimistic and they want to do whatever it is. And obviously the number one goal is to take care of yourself and your family and your friends and your employees and your colleagues and your customers and your clients and everything down the supply chain. Obviously that's the most important, but at the same time, they want to be optimistic. And, some people have to go on defense right now and, figure out what's up, and that's fine. But I don't remember what speaker said this. I think a few did, but like, now's the time to grind it out. Like, do whatever you can. If you want real estate investing bad enough, you're going to do whatever you can to make it work. And, as of now, real estate's open and it's slower, but it's still operating. Obviously if the title insurers back out, if everything closes, so you can't do a transaction in general, obviously that's an issue. But as of now, we're going to make the most of it. And let's say they do back out. Well, guess what? We're going to make the most of that as well. So I think chin up, be optimistic. That's such a big thing right now. That was a good recap from all of these speakers in general. Some of their businesses got hit more than others, and vice versa. But I think as a whole, everyone's very optimistic. It seems like a lot of people have multiple lines of business. They own some rentals. Maybe they have some flips. Maybe they've, whatever. They got a lot of different opportunities going on at any given time. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate that. Now's the time to do that, right? So, they've lent some money, they have this, and they're pivoting and they're changing and they're adapting and they're doing whatever they can, to make it work. And I think everyone realizes that, hey, if I have a good opportunity, I'm going to buy it. It might be a good opportunity to buy, it might be an opportunity to sell, whatever, to lend on, whatever the case is. I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to continue to do that, down the road. I talked to our friend Ian Horowitz, and we were talking about, hey, if you buy a property for $100,000 today, and it's a rental property, let's say $100,000 today, and it works for your model. Let's say you rent it out for $1,300 a month, you get the right debt in place on it. Let's say, worst case, it's 100 today and it's worth 90 tomorrow or 80 tomorrow or 70 tomorrow. Well, guess what? It's a long-term investment. It's a long-term play. So that's okay. And you work it out. Well, guess what? Maybe tomorrow you buy a $90,000 asset, the same one. So, look at your business as a whole, continue to stay optimistic, be proactive. Maybe if you're used to buying tons and tons of deals every month, maybe stick to just the best ones. I know on our end, we're lending on every good deal that fits our model at Hard Money Bankers. We're continuing to lend on every good deal that fits, but we've tightened up and we've been a little bit more conservative. Maybe yesterday we thought an ARV of a property was 250 and we want to base it off of 230 today, and the client needs a little bit more cash. That's where it's at. It's still going to be a win-win for everybody. I think it's going to be hard for real estate investors that have very little cash or skin in deals right now in order to get deals without figuring out ways to come up with some more cash on that. I think it's going to be hard for lenders to give you 100% financing or 90% financing, but at the same time, it's got to be a win-win for everybody. So maybe you're a flipper and you found a really good deal. Maybe you go to a lender, they give you 100, you put up 40 grand or something, and you figure out that mix, that win-win on every deal that you have. As long as it's a win-win for everybody, it's going to be successful. That's just the way it works. So stay positive, stay optimistic. We're going to continue to do these HMB lives. We also might be doing some new series with some other local real estate investors on a regular basis, not just on a one-off huge event, because honestly, that was a tiring 3 to 4 hours of one event with 16 speakers plus Q&A and things like that. So we're going to continue to do these on a smaller scale, and stay tuned, continue watching. And if you need anything, reach out to me, jason@hardmoneybankers.com. You can email me. That's an easy way to do it, or hit me up at 240-994-2284, whatever works, hardmoneybankers.com. With this episode of HMB Live. Stay safe. Thanks.